Alright everyone, welcome back to my channel, Baseball Talk with Nick Morgan. Today is October 23rd, 2019, and it is a great night for some postseason baseball. Your Washington Nationals are taking on the Houston Astros for Game 2 of the 2019 World Series. You're visiting Washington. Nationals have Steven Strasburg on the mound. His postseason dominance, not just in 2019, but his career has set him up for a great start and a very worthy start in tonight's game. However, your opposing Houston Astros have the man who ages like a fine wine himself, Mr. Justin Verlander, taking on Strasburg. It's a great matchup. The Nationals won last night. They just edged over Houston in a 5-4 win thanks to an amazing start by Max Scherzer and Juan Soto at the dish. Patrick, really, what's up? Go Nats. Yep, I'm excited. It's going to be a great game. SSB God 1223 says this is going to 7 games. Nats win. I hope you guys are right. I want to see the Washington Nationals win their first ever World Series in their first ever appearance. Steven Strasburg and Justin Verlander. Again, a great pitching matchup. Both teams want tonight to be a pitching duel. Of course, the Nationals want the upper hand here offensively, but the Astros don't want to go down to a 2-0 deficit in the series early on. That's not something they were looking forward to. They didn't want to lose the first 2 games to the Yankees in the ALCS. They ended up tying up a 1-game apiece following the conclusion of Game 2. Let's see how they'll react tonight. Now, Justin Verlander has not had the best postseason, but he's looking to turn things around right now. His first pitch to Trey Turner, good for ball 1 high. Pronounced like wheel. Okay, thank you so much. My bad there. Justin Verlander in 4 games has a 1-2 record, a 3.70 ERA, and 24.1 innings pitched, 29 strikeouts, and a 1.07 WHIP. This October, he's facing Trey Turner, who now has himself at a nice 2-0 count. Turner is leading it off, playing shortstop tonight for the Nationals in 46 at-bats. This postseason, he's hitting .283 with 1 home run, 3 RBIs, 1 stolen base, and a .740 OPS. The 2-0 delivery is going to be outside. Ball 3, and Verlander has struggled. In 2019, his regular season was much better. 34 games, a 21-6 record, 2.58 ERA, 223 innings pitched, 300 strikeouts on the dot, and a 0.80 WHIP. So his numbers have definitely been a little worse this postseason. And on 4 pitches, he's going to walk Trey Turner to get this one going. So you're starting 9 for the Curly W's, my goodness. Trey Turner leading it off. He's now on first base, playing shortstop. Adam Eaton now up to bat, batting second, playing right field. Anthony Rendon going to be batting third, and Juan Soto, he's just 20 years old. He's batting cleanup. Howie Kendrick batting fifth as a designated hitter. Your number 6 guy is playing second base, is Dribble Cabrera. Mr. National himself, Ryan Zimmerman, batting 7th, playing first. Kurt Suzuki behind the dish, batting 8th, and then Victor Robles will be cleaning it up in the number 9 spot. He is playing center field in tonight's game. All right, so Turner standing at first, Adam Eaton now facing Justin Verlander. The key to tonight's game, what is it for the Nationals if they want to win? Well, you need to get to Justin Verlander early. You need to hop on the opportunities that you have. Like right now, Trey Turner, a leadoff walk in the first inning. You need to go ahead, take advantage of that, and score Turner here in the first. You get to Justin Verlander early in this game, you get him out quickly, and you score as many runs as you can against him and the bullpen. The strike is going to be called for the first pitch to Eaton to start the second at-bat of the first inning here. What is up, Chris? Yep. Trey Turner just walked to start off the game. Chicken nugget, nice. Waffle King, welcome to the stream. So, if you get to JV early on, you try to score as many runs as possible. Garrett Cole last night lost for the Astros, which is actually kind of big because that is going to be your biggest factor. We have 2 very good starting rotations with the Nationals and the Astros. But for the Astros, the guy that you're going to have to get through is Cole, and they did just that. The Nationals got the upper hand. They won 5-4. I believe all 5 of those runs were against Garrett. So that's big. I mean, yes, you didn't score any against the bullpen, but you hope you can do that tonight. Adam Eaton going to poke one through the gap on the left side of the infield just past third base. That's going to be good for a single. Trey Turner will advance to second. and your first two guys have already made it aboard for Anthony Rendon. Now, Rendon has a 333 average coming to tonight with 1 dinger, 7 RBIs, and a 953 OPS. Last night he had a pretty nice game, and against Verlander now he looks to go ahead and get something going quickly. Now, Strasburg also has to continue his postseason dominance. That's my what to watch for tonight for the Nationals. He has been very good, not just this October, but his entire career this late into the season. He has an ERA of 1.10 in 7 games. That's his entire career of postseason play. That's a 4-2 record as well, by the way. So, good stuff there. Justin Verlander, 4 games, 1-2, 3.70 ERA this postseason. Shohei Ohtani versus Michael Lorenzen, who's better? I'd go maybe Shohei, just because I've seen a little bit more of his at-bats and his pitching. But Lorenzen's not bad either. Very good for the Reds. Verlander's going to get ahead of the count 0-2 to Rendon. Slider backdoor. Good for strikes. You're going to get him looking. So following Rendon, you have Juan Soto, who had a huge night last night in his first ever World Series appearance. He had a nice home run, 3 RBIs, 7 total bases, 1 stolen base, and I believe 3 hits as well. Had a great night at the dish. Looks continues that. Anthony Rendon trying to avoid the strikeout here. And currently, no one has been retired. Verlander has issued a walk to Trey Turner to start the game, and then Adam Eaton with a single. And oh my, Anthony Rendon off the left field wall. That's going to score Turner. Let's see, is Eaton going to score as well? Yes, he will. It's a 2 RBI double for Anthony Rendon. Let's go. You love to see that. What did I say? The what to watch for, the key of the game. You had to get to JV as quickly as possible, score runs, and put pressure on them. And Anthony Rendon does just that. Let's go, Nationals. We have a 2-run lead. Michael Brantley did not play it well off the wall. It was actually the center fielder who had to get to that and make the throw in, I believe. I'm just watching this replay back. Yeah. It was the center fielder. So not your ideal start. Verlander is going to continue to struggle here in his postseason this season. Derek Dietrich fell off the map in the second half. Yeah, he was doing really good in the first little bit of the year. After the All-Star game, I don't remember his stat comparison between the two halves, but I know he wasn't as big headline-wise following like that middle of July. Wow, that was quick. Yeah, wild food. Quick start. The Nationals up 2-0. Here's Juan Soto. 0-1 count to him. Looking to drive in Rendon, who's now sitting on second. No one out. Hi, Nick. I'm trying to send your viewership to my blog. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Kilray. I appreciate that. We're growing, and we're growing pretty fast. I'm excited. Hope we get to 1,000 subs by 2020. It is definitely possible, especially with all the support you guys have been showing recently. You're all amazing. Thank you so much. He batted 074 with 1 home run. Yikes. Yeah, okay. I don't know it was that bad. But back to the Nationals here, back to the game. Juan Soto, 0-2 count currently against JV. But hitting 286, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, 1 swiped base this postseason in just 42 at-bats. And a 909 OPS, by the way. Yeah, this guy's ridiculous. He's going to take that one for a 1-2 count. But Juan Soto, I don't know. This guy is definitely a star. He's going to be one of the next best players in Major League Baseball. 100%. It's going to be a great one. Juan Soto, Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzie Albies, Gleyber Torres, great young talent. And, of course, Pete Alonso and some other guys that I did miss as well. But just those to list, amazing. Juan Soto's going to go down swinging on a fastball way outside. But Verlander going to go ahead and retire the first out of the inning, 13 pitches in, giving up already 2 earned runs. So this is going to make Steven Strasburg's night a little easier, in my opinion. Strasburg has a 3-0 record, a 1.64 ERA, 22 innings pitched, 33 strikeouts, and a .86 WHIP within his time this postseason. And in 2019, 18-6 record, 3.32 ERA, 209 innings, 251 strikeouts, 1.04 WHIP in 33 games. So with the Soto strikeout, that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Howie Kendrick. He's down in the count 0-1 to start it off. He has 1 home run and 9 RBIs to his name with a 262 average, accompanied by a 740 OPS. Anthony Rendon still sitting on second, hoping to score the third run of the Nationals' top of the first. Kendrick's going to drive that one to right field. It's shallow. Josh Reddick is there, and he's going to make the catch. Rendon does not try to advance. So back-to-back outs. Now that'll bring up Asdrubal Cabrera, the switch hitting second baseman tonight, hitting 154 with 2 RBIs. Who do you think is going to win the World Series? Well, I would love to see the Nationals win it. Excuse me. Will they? I hope so. The Astros do have a great team. If the Nationals win tonight, I do believe they have very good chances of taking it all. Like, game 1 was amazing. That's an awesome win for them. But if they can take the first 2 of the set and then go home to Washington and take at least 1 more there, they're in a very good position. Very good position to go ahead and win this one. So let me get to my what to watch for, my home run watch, and my strikeout watch for the Nationals offense. Steven Strasburg was my what to watch for. I think I mentioned a little bit earlier on in the stream, like right at the beginning. But home run watch, Juan Soto. He just struck out in the first. It's not looking good for me yet. This first inning home run wise, but that is okay. He has 3 home runs this year in October. And my strikeout watch is Kurt Suzuki. So Suzuki is batting 8th tonight, hitting 0-4-3. I guess if I maybe swapped Soto and Suzuki, I would have already one correct prediction, but that's okay. Here we go. So Owen Cabrera, he again is hitting 154, not his best postseason. It might actually be his first. I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna have to check a little bit later on. He's gonna swing with that big old Uncle Charlie and miss 0-2 count now. And honestly, if Verlander can get out of the inning only giving up 2 runs and stranding Rendon on second, that's a win. You gave up a leadoff walk on 4 pitches, then a single, and a 2 RBI double. So if you can just get out of it now, you're good to go. He's already nearing 20 pitches, so kind of take a break, strike out Cabrera here on 3, and I think you're looking solid. Not perfect because you are already now losing the game, but it's better than giving up more runs. He's limiting the damage in a sense. If Cabrera does get on, Ryan Zimmerman will be up next. He's currently on deck. And once we go to the bottom of the first, George Springer is leading it off tonight for the Houston Astros. So that'll be a great start, hopefully, for the Astros as they look to bounce back already to a 2-0 deficit this game, not just this series. But yeah, if the Nationals win 2-0 lead in the World Series, that's amazing. And honestly, excuse me, you can't ask for a much better start, quite frankly. 1-2, that's going to miss up and in to Cabrera. So pitch number 20 for Verlander now. He's been the opposite of lights out. And honestly, you just want him to eat innings. He's given up runs. You want to hope he limits it to just 2 this outing, but he will probably give up 3 to 4 runs if this keeps up and if this maintains. If you are losing by a couple of runs, you just have him pitch the 6th or the 7th if you really need to. His pitch count's not too high. He eats innings up. The bullpen you don't have to use much because you might need it in Game 3. Asdrubal Cabrera going to strike out on a pitch not in the zone. He's going to strike out swinging. That'll end it for the Nationals' offensive run here to start the game in the top of the first. 2 runs on 2 hits, however. The Astros find themselves in a hole early. As we go to the bottom of the first, your starting 9 for the Astros here at Minute Maid Park. George Springer leading off, playing center field, batting second. Jose Altuve also playing second base. Michael Brantley starting tonight in left field, hitting third and batting cleanup. Your third baseman, Alex Bregman. Yuli Gurriel batting 5th, playing first. And Jordan Alvarez will be the designated hitter tonight, following Gurriel in the 6th hole. Carlos Correa is your starting shortstop, batting 7th. Robinson Chirinos is behind the plate, batting 8th, and Josh Reddick, your right fielder, is batting 9th. We can talk about the what to watch for now for the Astros. I actually have 3 guys to look out for tonight. Not home run wise or strikeout wise, just guys you might see perform very big in a lot of different ways at the plate. George Springer, who had a huge game last night, if the Astros would have won it, he would have been the MVP of last night's game. Let me see here. He had a home run. He also had 2 RBIs to his name, and he scored a run in the first. That's not including his home run, of course, that he scored on. So big run there. He would have been the deciding factor again if the Astros came out on top. Jose Altuve is my other guy. He's hitting .333 with 5 home runs this postseason. 16 hits, 5 of them being home runs, 8 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases. His OPS, get this, is 1.105, which is pretty high at this point and this late in October. So good for him. And then Yuli Gurriel has 10 RBIs within the past couple of weeks. And that is the most on the Astros starting 9 for tonight's game. So that's definitely something you want to watch. Home run wise, I did pick Jose Altuve. Yes, George Springer might be the easy pick. I'm going to go ahead and challenge myself here and kind of call out Altuve, see what he can do at the dish. And then strikeout, my strikeout what to watch for is Robinson Chirinos. He's 2 for 22, batting .091 with 1 home run. Juan Soto is a god. Yeah, he is very good. Last night, an amazing performance. He is 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout, but the game's not over. Not even close. It just started. So we'll see what else he can do with the bat tonight, if anything. So, yeah, your 3 guys guaranteed to be up this half inning for the Astros. George Springer, Jose Altuve, Michael Brantley. Let me just refresh you guys with Steven Strasburg's stats. And if you guys are just joining me here, Steven Strasburg, 4 games this postseason, a 3-0 record, a 1.64 ERA, 33 strikeouts in 22 innings, and a .86 whip. Yeah, 3rd lowest of all time with minimum 6 starts in the postseason, 1.10 ERA. I'm just reading off a demographic now. That's amazing. The first pitch of the night for Steven is going to be a called strike to George Springer, and this bottom of the first is underway. Here we are. The best baseball commentator in baseball today. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is awesome. I love doing this. I love having a great fan base and community like you guys. I would say more of a community, not fan base here. It's poor wording on my part, but you guys are all amazing. I thank you all so much. The ridiculous support recently has been crazy. We've gotten a lot of views on live streams and on just regular uploads too. I'm so supportive of each and every one of you guys and your YouTube careers. And I'm so thankful that you guys are the same for me, because I know some of you guys actually just started YouTube recently. You guys have let me know, and I'm watching your videos. You guys are doing amazing. So keep it up. I didn't think that this would be easy, and it's not. It is a grind, but YouTube is amazing, and it definitely pays off. So thank you to each and every one of you guys. And if you are just starting or you want to start YouTube, go for it. This is probably one of the best decisions I've made in a couple of years. That's for sure. And just like that, I mean, I know I missed a couple of pitches here, but Steven Strasburg's going to record the first out of the game with a strikeout as he sits down Springer on 3 pitches. Jose Altuve going to take ball 1 slightly inside. 95 miles an hour, though, from Steven on his fastball. So looking good already to start. And I'm excited. I say that a lot, and I've realized that in videos and in streams. And I do apologize. But, just this is a lot of fun for me, and especially live streaming these games and covering the World Series. It's my first time ever covering a World Series game with you guys. Last year I did recap videos for every game, and I still will do recap videos for every game as well, but I'm looking to get some live coverage in addition to that. So there's that. Steven Strasburg is going to deal now with the 2-0 count to Altuve. And that one's good for strike one. Looked like a slider down the heart of the plate coming in at 83 miles an hour. The count is 2-1. Michael Brantley is due up. And again, Jose Altuve is postseason a .333 average, 5 home runs, 16 hits. And here we are. Called strike 2. Great location right on the black outside part of the plate with the cheese at 95 miles an hour again on that fastball. So the count's going to be tied up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's something I want to talk about here I'll have to see if I can remember it. The starting pitcher for tomorrow's game, or not tomorrow's game, the next game of the series. And hold on, quick pause. Jose Altuve gonna have himself a double now here in the bottom of the first. It's right down the line. A little bit of a shift, I think, at least in the outfield. Juan Soto gets to it, but Jose Altuve's got some wheels, and he's going to get another safely with a one-out double. So back to what I was saying. This next game of the series is going to be held in Washington, and that, I believe, is Friday night. The starter for the Washington Nationals is going to be Animal Sanchez, and it's not Patrick Corbin just because we saw him come out of the bullpen last night following Max Scherzer. When he finished the game, I think Scherzer finished the 110 pitches. Patrick Corbin came in to relieve him, and then I believe it was just Sean Doolittle at the end. I didn't get to see the tail end of the game, but it was definitely Scherzer, Corbin, and Doolittle who pitched last night. Altuve tries to steal third, and he is out. Kurt Suzuki with a cannon, a great throw right on the money to third baseman Anthony Rendon, and Altuve is caught stealing. So he is trying to get to third base 90 feet away, and the Astros might go ahead and challenge this. He takes off right off the bat, and it was a great throw all the way around. Let's see. Yeah, he's out. He is easily out. Great call by the umpire. Great throw by Kurt Suzuki. And Steven Strasburg now finds himself in a better position this inning because now you don't have someone in the scoring position. You don't have anyone on the base at all. So here's Brantley. It's going to be an 0-2 count. He's going to swing and miss there. Michael Brantley hitting 261, one home run, 2 RBIs, 672 OPS, 46 at-bats. Juan, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? It's a 2-0 Nationals lead in the bottom of the first. World Series Game 2. That one's going to be in the dirt. Good for ball 1. But 11 pitches to Strasburg, for Strasburg on the night so far. 2/3 innings pitched. He does have to face Bregman if the time comes to it, and he needs to this inning, but it looks like he has some solid control over his pitches and the offense right now that he's facing. As I say that, ball outside, count is tied 2-2. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing the same, if not even better, Juan. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you're here and doing well. Mike Rizzo, the general manager and president of baseball operations for the Nationals in the stands, which is pretty cool. Yeah, games 1 and 2 are at Minute Maid Park, and I believe it's 3, 4, 5 in Washington. Game 5 if necessary. That's going to be high. The count is full now to the number 3 hitter. Imagine the Nationals sweep the Astros in the World Series. That would be crazy. I don't know if that would be possible. Like, I don't know if the Astros are going to go down that easily, but it'd be really cool to see. At least in my opinion, I think that'd be a lot of fun to watch the Nationals take on this Astros team to win 4 consecutive. That one's going to just get down in center field. Good for a single. Michael Brantley takes a full count and works it in his favor for a hit. That would be an underdog story. Yeah, it truly would be. Sweep the Astros under the rug. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yeah, I like this Nationals team. I like how far they've made it, and I'm very excited for them because this is their first ever appearance in the World Series, and they have a great team and some great players. I didn't think they were going to make it this far. That's easily something I can go ahead and admit, but I'm happy that they did. Let's bring up the cleanup man, Alex Bregman, the curveball just inside for ball 1. Bregman hitting 231, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 1 stolen base, and a 769 OPS, and 39 at bats committed tonight. In game 1, though, he went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a walk. So Strasburg's given up 2 hits, and you think if you're Altuve and you didn't try to steal third, you might have scored. and he might have put the Astros on the board and made it only a one-run game. But yeah, so since the start of the LCS, I'm reading Alex Bregman hitting 136. So he's having a rough run these past couple games, past series or so. Big swing and a miss. It's a 1-2 count. Strasburg's going to go ahead and finish out this first inning, put it in the books. Your guess is that Wild Food is a Nationals fan? Yeah. I think a lot of us here are rooting for the Nationals. I could be wrong. I want the Nationals to win. I believe Wild Food does. Juan, who do you want to win? Nationals or Astros? Who's going to take the championship series this year? Or the World Series, rather, not the championship series. That one's in the dirt. Counts even at 2-2. Strasburg's got 18 pitches on the night. He retired Springer on 3 pitches. Altuve, he gave up a double 2, but then he was caught stealing. Brantley with a single, so he has given up back-to-back hits technically. Hopefully he can kind of get out of it here right now. You want the Nats too? Yeah, awesome. Good stuff. Bregman, that is far, that is high, that is gone. Alex Bregman, a 2-run home run, his second of the postseason. And boy, did things change in a hurry. I'm going to have to look at that. I didn't really catch the swing and what kind of pitch that was. I'm assuming it was a breaking ball that kind of hung. But good for Bregman. And trying to break the slump up a little bit. That might have been me chasing it. I was reading off the stats and the demographics that were shown on screen from Fox. And let's see what pitch this was here. It looks like I can't tell. It was off speed pitch, breaking ball, 82 miles an hour, and he just got all of it. So count? No, not the count. The game is tied at 2 runs for the Nationals and the Astros in just the first inning. So right now, if you're Justin Verlander, that's a big sigh of relief. Okay, and then you have Yuli Gurriel, who now has a 1-0 count to him, make it 1-1. That's a fastball right down the heart of the plate. Yuli, a 229 average, 1 home run, 10 RBIs, 1 stolen base this postseason. And it could be a 3-2 game if Altuve, again, didn't try to steal that base. If he wasn't caught out, the Astros would have the lead right now. Gurriel is going to drive it down the third base line. Rendon's going to make the play and a solid throw to Zimmerman. So that will end the first inning, but not before 4 total runs scored. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Astros. A big 2-run home run from Alex Bregman. And the game's tied, just like that. All right. So, turn of events. I went from super ecstatic that the Nationals are winning very early on to, okay, it's a tie game. We're just resetting. It's like a 0-0 game right now. That's all it is, you know? So, honestly, get back to Justin Verlander. Really go ahead and just do whatever you can to score runs. Take pitches, hits, whatever the case may be. They did very well, the first 3 guys of the order for the Nationals. Turner, Eaton, Rendon all had a big part of the 2 runs. Turner had a leadoff walk. He scored. Eaton with a single. He ended up scoring. And Rendon 2 RBI doubles. So if you can just get back to oh goodness, Justin Verlander, especially put pressure on him now in the second inning, that's big. Great game so far. I hope the rest is just as good. Yeah. I love to see a great World Series matchup. I pretty much think it has been for the most part these past couple of years. The Dodgers were in the past 2 years, haven't won it though. Red Sox won it last year. Astros before that. Then I believe it was the Cubs, the Royals, and then Giants, or I don't know. It was a while ago, and I don't really remember pretty much anything before the 2015 World Series off the top of my head, just because I was younger and not following baseball as much. But I know the 2015 World Series was the Royals of the Mets. You don't know who won that one. So yeah, all right. Top of the second, we're gonna have Ryan Zimmerman, Kurt Suzuki, and Victor Robles. Two up. Those are the 7, 8, 9 guys to the bottom of the order for the Nats. What to watch for wise, just Kurt Suzuki for me. My predictions. He's my strikeout guy in the night for the Nationals. So if Kurt Suzuki does strike out, that's 1 out of 4 predictions that I could be right with, and that I would be right with. The catcher for Washington is 1 for 23 this postseason. Um, so struggling a little bit. That's an average of .043. Just to kind of let you guys know. But yeah. All right. Alex Bregman, huge 2-run home run in the bottom of the first to tie this game up. And now we have Justin Verlander back on the mound. The first pitch he's going to deal is a called strike to Mr. National, Ryan Zimmerman. So I talked about him today in my upload. If you guys didn't see it, go ahead, check it out once the stream's over, of course, though. It was the Game 1 World Series recap, and I was talking about how everyone scored and what happened and some fun facts. Ryan Zimmerman did a lot of great things for this organization. He was the first ever draft pick for this franchise. He hit a home run on the 2008 opening day, the first game at the Nationals Park. It was a walk-off home run. Then I believe in the NLDS game 2 of 2012, maybe I'm trying to remember these off the top of my head now. But then I think he had a home run there. It was the first ever Nationals home run in the postseason in history. Then last night he had the first ever World Series home run for the Nationals history. So yeah, I mean, he's great. And now he's behind in the count 1 and 2. Let's see if we can get some magic going here. In the top of the second. Curveball, but just outside. The count is even at 2 apiece. And the top of the second with the score being 2-2. All right. Zimmerman, Suzuki, Robles, and Justin Verlander, of course, on the mound, looking to do everything he can to not let the Nationals win tonight. Zimmerman going to foul that one off and out of play. All right. Your backstop is Robinson Chirinos for the Astros. I'm actually looking at it now. My what to watch for should have been the catchers on both sides. Suzuki's hitting .043, Chirinos is hitting .091, and Zimmerman's going to strike out swinging. That's the third strike for Verlander on the night, and he's looked a lot better since the 2 runs he gave up in the first. All right. Here we are. That boy, welcome back to the stream. It's going to be ball 1 to Kurt Suzuki. It's going to miss up and in. So guys, the plan for tonight, I don't know how long I'm going to stream, maybe about an hour, hour and a half. That's the target time. We'll see how many innings that is, just depending on how quick the game goes on, or slow for that matter. But it's been a great game up until this point. A lot of offense early on. It's a 2-2 game. Suzuki's got himself a 2-0 count here in the second. And, yeah. Justin Verlander has 199 strikeouts. That's the most, or tied for the most by one person in a postseason all time. And Kurt Suzuki is going to have himself a hit into left center field, good for a single. And just like that, he's making miracles happen. He was 1 for 23 going into this at bat. Now he's 2 for 24. So Suzuki's on base for Victor Robles. Maybe we'll see a sac bunt. Maybe Robles will even get on base and it'll be an infield hit. I don't know if that's going to be the route that the Nationals take, though, here in the World Series. I know Robles does have some really good speed to him. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, especially trying to get somebody in scoring position for Trey Turner, who is the leadoff guy who's up next. Strike one just outside. Deemed a strike by the umpire. And Victor Robles hitting 300 with 1 home run, 2 ribbies, and an 833 OPS and 20 at-bats. So it's at 6 hits for him on the postseason, not too bad. I actually think that these lineups might be exactly the same as last night. I could be a little incorrect just because I didn't watch the game fully, but it looks very similar at least. Springer, Altuve, Brantley, Bregman, Real Alvarez, Correa, Trinos, Reddick. I think the Astros are completely the same. Might be the same with the Nationals. Victor Robles is behind in the count 0-2. Verlander looking for out number 2. And he's going to get it. Robles tipped it into the glove of Robinson Chirinos. That's a strikeout swinging. Now Verlander has 200 career postseason strikeouts. That's the most by one single player ever. So that's cool. We're seeing history right there and live, and I'm calling that. That's nice. Trey Turner up. He's 0 for 0 this game. Walked back last inning and scored a run. See if he can bring in a run now or hit a home run himself and make it a 4-2 game. That'd be great. Big hack at a curveball low, 79 miles per hour. One duck on the pond, and that's Kurt Suzuki sitting at first base. Honestly, if you're Verlander, a goose egg this inning run-wise would not be bad at all. You have essentially with the 0-0 game, other than the fact that it's going to inflate your ERA a little bit, but it's tied, and all you can do is really have faith in your offense, and that's going to go ahead and help win this game. That all you'll have to do is really be lights out these next couple innings here in the game and actually making plays yourself. 0-2, big swing from Turner again. He's going to miss that one. So one strike away from ending the top of the second here. This was much better, and much better outing than the first if you're JV. And his regular season was amazing. His postseason, not so much, but that's okay. Even if he ends and comes out of this game with a no decision, I'm sure he'll take that a lot better than a loss. Easily, rather. He will most definitely take that a lot better than a loss. So, guys, I want to know your score predictions for tonight's game in the comments. If you're in here, you're going to write them down. It's currently 2-2. So, I want to know who you guys think is going to win and by what margin of runs and what the score will be come the bottom of the ninth inning. The 1-2 delivery. Turner's going to put it in play. He really had to lunge for it, though, and that's going to be a flyout to the right fielder, Josh Reddick, and that will end it here offensively for the Nationals in the second inning. There's going to be no runs on one single hit. Now it's from Kurt Suzuki. All right. Jordan Alvarez will be leading it off for the Houston Astros, and he's having an okay postseason. Hitting 205 in his rookie year campaign. 0 home runs, 1 RBI. No stolen bases, a 544 OPS, 44 at-bats. I'm not rooting for the Astros. This isn't part of my what to watch for, and this isn't part of my home run watch. But I'd like to see Jordan Alvarez hit his first ever home run in the postseason. Maybe not tonight. Maybe not in a situation where it would give the Astros the lead. But I think something would be nice. Guy's amazing. He's probably going to end up being the AL Rookie of the Year. So I want to see a solid outing from him at the plate in a crucial standpoint in the World Series, the most important series of the year. And with that, I'm going to take a quick drink of water. All right. Going into the bottom of the second. Jordan Alvarez, Carlos Correa, Robinson Chirinos, and then if we get to it, Josh Reddick will also be up this inning. Strasburg overall rating his first inning and how well he did. not great. He had a 1.64 ERA coming into this game, and he's already given up 2 runs in the first, which isn't bad. And honestly, he's not losing the game at the moment. So hopefully he can keep it that way. And if you just have 3 or 4 solid innings of no-run baseball to kind of end out your night and to continue your night, that's a successful go about Game 2 of the World Series. So yeah, we have Game 2 tonight, obviously, right now. Game 3 is Friday, and I believe Game 4 will probably be Saturday. Game 5, if necessary, I actually don't know when that is. I can bring that up, though. Just give me 1 second here. So Game 3 is Friday, Game 4 is Saturday, Game 5 if necessary. Yeah, that's Sunday. So yeah, I don't know how many games we're gonna need for this series, but I would like to see 6. But if the Nationals can win it early, that's fine. In my prediction video, I said Astros in 5, though I think that might be a little unlikely now, just because the Nationals had a great game last night. They have a series lead 1-0, and it doesn't look like they're going to go down easily this game. They scored early on, much like the Astros. And the first pitch of the bottom of the second is going to be good for strike 1. The designated hitter and AL Rookie of the Year, most likely, Jordan Alvarez. Went 2 for 3 with a walk last game. That was going to be just high and inside. Counts even at one apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Alvarez, Correa, Chirinos, 6, 7, 8. Strasburg goes back up with the high fastball, but it is going to miss again. So the count will advance down to 2-1 in Alvarez's favor. Scherzer had a great game last night. Then you have Strasburg, who was on the mound tonight. Animal Sanchez, who took a no-hitter into the 7th or 8th inning of the division series. He will be starting Game 3. And Ashuel Cabrera, a great diving play deeper in the outfield. He is the second baseman because of the shift. He's back on the outfield grass. Amazing play to prevent a leadoff hit. Good defense right there. And that's going to retire the first batter of the inning. That's an L4 in the scorebook. So now Carlos Correa, in 46 at-bats, he's hitting 174, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 1 swiped base, and a 572 OPS. So with no one on base and a 1-0 count now in the bottom of the second and 1 away, we'll see what he can do against the National starter. Honestly, there is a bit of a shift. So if you're trying to get a nice hit, raise the average, and get someone on base for Robinson Chirinos, try to push it down the first base line. But there's obviously a shift for a reason. That's because he does tend to hit it towards the left part of the infield. What do you think is the most controversial thing in baseball? That depends. Like, there's a lot of big things that people don't understand, don't agree with when it comes to this sport. And it's things that might not change and that we can't really tell for sure. One thing that we pretty much might be aware of is the fact that the balls are most likely juiced right now this postseason. A couple people have talked about it. I do think that there might be something to it where it is traveling a little bit more. I could be wrong. We all could be wrong. There's a lot of people saying that the balls are juiced and that things have been just the same. Nothing's wrong with them. So it's back and forth. But also, I think the minor leagues, like AAA, started using a Major League Baseball this year, and home runs increased exponentially throughout the league. I don't think those are the players just getting better within the course of 1 year. There's got to be something else to it. So maybe the fact that balls could potentially be juiced, that's pretty controversial. At least I would say. But yeah. Then Dapper says the balls are more juiced than Barrett Bonds on a Saturday night. All right, then. It's a full count to Carlos Correa and the payoff pitch from Strasburg. Strike 3, got him. Looking correct, knew it right away. That's the second strikeout of the night for the Nats starter, and that's going to bring up Robinson Chirinos. Chirinos is my strikeout. What to watch for guy. He's 2 for 22 this October, hitting .091 in 22 at bats. He's one of his hits is a home run with an RBI, accompanied by a .458 OPS. I'll see it back to that. I'd say juice balls. I don't know if this is controversial or not, but the designated hitter not being in the National League might be something too that people can argue. And they have a solid case there. I just don't think that's really going to be implemented anytime soon. The first pitch to Chirinos is going to miss low and away for ball one. He hit .238 with 17 home runs, 58 RBIs in the regular season. And on deck is Josh Reddick, the right fielder tonight. That's going to be a 2-0 count. Fastball going to miss low and away. So to me, it seems like Strasburg just kind of rushing his delivery a little bit. I could be wrong, but he is trying to get through these at-bats really quickly. He's wasting pitches that he really shouldn't be. Maybe he's just trying to be a little more careful than he intended on, or than we've been used to seeing him, especially after the Bregman home run that tied the game last inning. Chirinos going to foul that one off. The count is now 2-1. And Reddick again on deck. Honestly, a 1-2-3 inning here would be very good. It's crucial to not just the pitch count, but I think Strasburg's momentum going forward. If he knows he can sit down aside in order, he might have a little more pride in himself going through it. He might carry himself a little better, especially when you get to the top of the order and the heart of the order in these later innings of the game. 2-2 count with a 2-2 score, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. I thought that's pretty cool that I mentioned that. What's the palindrome scoreboard? Just kind of twos all across here in Game 2 of the World Series. Swinging a miss, got him swinging. The second strikeout in a row, third of the game for Strasburg. No runs on no hits, and here we are going to advance to the top of the third inning once we get back from commercial break here. You're going to have Eaton, Rendon, Soto. That's a really solid 2-3-4, especially to start off an inning. Justin Verlander looked very good in the second. Definitely bounced back after having an iffy first inning of tonight's outing. But if you're the Astros, you're really hoping that your starters aren't going to struggle much more than they already have, because you only have 3 guys on the active roster designated for that starting pitching position. And those 3 guys are Garrett Cole, we saw last night get lit up, Justin Verlander, and Zach Greinke. You kind of have to hope that Zach Greinke is your most solid guy in this World Series in the first 3 games, pitching-wise, because you really don't want to be giving up a whole lot of runs, especially early in the game. The bullpen for the Astros, though, seems to be pretty good. So I don't know if they'll ever use that opener strategy in the World Series. I don't know if they would. I guess maybe if it comes to short rest, they kind of have to. That might not be the best strategy in this series out of all of them, the most important of the year. Remember when Chris Davis was good? Yeah. Chris Davis had some good seasons to his career. And then 2018 and 2019 happened, maybe even 2017 too. They're just not his best. Kind of sucks. And the Orioles are stuck with him no matter what. So, it is what it is. Eaton is 1 for 1 on the day, and he has scored a run, one of the 2 the Astros the Nationals put back on in the first inning. Honestly, I keep saying honestly. I gotta stop. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. If you're Adam Eaton, all you're trying to do right now is just get on base. You have Rendon, who is a very good hitter. He has 2 RBIs, or both RBIs tonight, on his name credited. And then you have Juan Soto, who, yes, he has struck out in his first inning of the game in his first at bat, but last night was amazing, and he's looking to carry that through into Game 2 and the entire series. Not people are surprised he made it into any top 3 MVP voting years. Yeah, yeah, Chris Davis. It's been rough. All right, so there's an award being given out. It looks like to a fan. I'm assuming like a veteran. I didn't really get to see it, and of course I can't hear it. But there was a car and a plaque, and I guess that was being given out prior to the start of the game. That's nice. I like when teams do that, and when they have veterans down for the seventh inning stretch as well, especially the Yankees when they do that. I know. They do that every game, every home game. Counts to be 1-1. The fastball, the outside fastball. Goodness, going to be deemed a strike by the home plate umpire, and it's a 1-1 count. Chris or Chris, if you're assuming, or if you want me to assume Chris Davis from the A's or Chris Davis from the Orioles, I'm going with Chris Davis from the A's. Or if you're just wondering how to spell it, it's Chris for Chris Davis of the Orioles, Khris of the Athletics. The count's 1-2 now to the right fielder, and Rendon is on deck. Following Rendon, Juan Soto, and then your designated hitter, Harry Kendrick. I do want to say, I think that the home plate umpire has been pretty solid and pretty straightforward with his calls. And pretty accurate too. Like he's not calling a whole lot of craziness. I know that one division series game with the Yankees and the Astros, Fred Gardner got a strikeout on like 3 balls. They were bad. Really, really bad calls. One was up. I think one was way outside. And one he might have actually swung at, so maybe just 2 out of the zone calls. But I'm assuming you only hire the best of the best for these types of games. At least I hope so. And Eaton is going to fly out to center. Here is Rendon is going to take ball 1 low. Because you got it right. Chris is the better player. Yeah, Khris is the better Chris and the better player. I'm disappointed though. He didn't hit 247 this year. For all of you guys who aren't aware, Chris Davis, his past like 3 or 4 seasons, hit 247 to end the year. And it was weird too. Like I don't know how you managed to do that, but it's pretty cool. Pretty interesting that you could do that. There is a shift against Rendon. You have Altuve, Correa, and Bregman all on the left part of the infield. The only guy in between first and second is Urias Gurriel, the first baseman. So hopefully Rendon just pushes it in the alleyway and gets a nice little single here. Yeah, so from 2015 to 2018, he finished with a 247 average. That's 4 seasons in a row. And then 2014, he hit 244. This year, 220. As Rendon's going to hit it right into the shift, Jose Altuve will make the play just in time to retire Rendon. That's a 4-3 play. And now Juan Soto is up. So, very good. Got to give credit where credit's due. Justin Verlander, really good past inning in 2/3. Isn't it sad Chris Davis had only 2 more hits and PLs or home runs? Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. But I guess you can say that everyone goes through a slump at some point in time. For Chris Davis, it just seems to be an extended slump. But really not much anyone can do about that but him. I'm sure he's not happy with his performance and he's trying to get better this offseason. But Alonso finished with 53 home runs, so that implies Chris Davis had 55 hits. That's kind of sad. But it's okay. The Orioles aren't a good team. It's not like they rely on him and he's like affecting them in a negative way. Come on, Soto. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you here, Wildford. We need a nice home run from Juan Soto or an extra base hit or something to show us that the bats are still alive for Washington. Who are you rooting for in this game? Ask Expanded Gaming. I'm going for the Nationals. I want them to win the game. I want them to win the series. And currently, it's tied 2-2 at the top of the 3rd with 2 outs. Both teams scored all of their runs in the 1st inning. So Juan Soto is one of just four guys now to hit home runs before their 21st birthday in the World Series. Andrew Jones, Mickey Mantle, and Miguel Cabrera are the other three. That's some elite company. And oh my. Look at that now. I just said an extra base hit or something to show me that the bat's alive. That's going to be a 2-out double. Will he try to push it to 3? No, he will not. 2-out double for Juan Soto. Let's go. Good stuff. That's going to bring up Howie Kendrick. So a 2-out extra base hit, putting someone on the bases for the DH. Now Kendrick had a very good division series. I believe his championship series was pretty good too. But we're really looking for this World Series outbreak of him here. I want to see a nice hit in the gap or something from him right now and an RBI. 2-out magic, yeah. I think I was reading something. I don't know if it was the Nationals. I'm pretty sure it was like 49% of their runs came with 2 outs in the ALCS or in this postseason or whatever. Those might not be the correct numbers in stats, but like it's something around that based off of that general idea. I read it last night watching the game, like a demographic on the screen. I think that's amazing that almost half of your runs, just about half of your runs come with 2 outs. That just shows the amount of clutch this team has offensively. I hope it's 2-2 for the rest of the game and the Nats win it in 15 innings. Wow. Well, I'm definitely not shooting 15 innings of the game. I would love to go 4, 5 full innings. But yeah, 15 innings would be great. Free baseball, extra baseball for the World Series. I love the World Series and all, but that just means that we're getting one day closer to no baseball at all. Kind of stinks, you know? I don't know, the countdown to opening day. If someone wants to make a countdown or just kind of let me know how many days we have until opening day, that would be amazing. If not, I'll have to go do that after the stream ends. But 100 some days, that's all I know. The 0-2 delivery here, Howie Kendrick finds himself in a little bit of a slump. And he's behind in the count. It's taken high 1-2. At least he has some training. That's true. That is true. I want to go to spring training at some point. It won't be this year. Hopefully, within the next couple of years, I'll make it down to Florida. I want to watch the Yankees. I want to watch the other teams in the Grapefruit League. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Get to meet some of the players. Get to tour the spring training facilities. Kendrick makes contact. He's mad. It's going to be a fly out to right fielder, Josh Reddick. And that will end the third inning. No runs on 1 hit. We're going to the bottom of the third. We're just about 1/3 of the way done with this game. Just like that, almost an hour into the stream. If the Yankees beat the Astros, I would have been at this game. That's crazy. Yeah, that would be ridiculous. I would love to go to a World Series game. I don't know the price of those tickets, but I'm sure they are very expensive. Probably upper $500 a ticket. I would assume. I think anything under that is a little low, knowing baseball and how operations work and stuff. World Series. I'm curious how to see what the price is. Let's see. Oh. From $748. This is one of the websites you can use to buy tickets. The PNC Diamond Club is $1,900 a ticket. The Delta Sky 360 Club is $7,500 per person. What? What's the lowest cost here? That's crazy. Whoa. Couple $1,000 for tickets. The Twins did not play like the Orioles these playoffs. I would have been here. That's true. Sorry for your wins. They always have an extra though. For the last home Yankees game, the tickets were under $125. That's not bad though. That's not bad. Yeah, I did see that because no one was expecting them to get that far. I think into the postseason, like into the series, so the tickets were cheap. That would have been a great game to go to, honestly. But yeah, these tickets at Nationals Park, wow, that's really expensive. Not what I was expecting. I was expecting a couple $100, not 2 grand, $7,500 for one of these Skybox tickets. But all right, there you go. You now know tickets for Game 3 of the World Series are pretty expensive, which kind of stinks. Let's see. Let me look something up. Oh, you went to Game 2 Yankees. That's awesome. I want to make it to a World Series Game 2 at some point. I think that'd be amazing. Something in the postseason with the Yankees would be great and all that good stuff. But back to baseball. We're back from commercial break. Here in the third inning, Josh Reddick's leading it off. He was 0 for 2 last game. He's hitting 125 this postseason. He's got himself in an 0-2 count. He has one home run, one RBI at 410 OPS. Didi Gregorius played like Babe Ruth that game. Yeah. Didi's very good. I hope we re-sign him. Probably 4 or 5 years, I would assume, maybe 3 years. I don't think they'd go a 1-year deal. Maybe they would. Who knows? I just don't want him to leave the Yankees. Swing and miss on Reddick. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Gonna get him swinging. Strikeout number 4 for Strasburg on the night. The Grand Slam was crazy. I was going crazy when it happened. I'm sure, yeah, if I was there, I would have been hyped. I probably would have lost my voice from just that at-bat alone. Uh, that was a breaking ball way out of the zone against Reddick, and he takes the bait, swings and misses. So again, 4 strikeouts to Strasburg. That's going to bring up George Springer. He's my what to watch for. Altuve's my home run what to watch for. He is on deck. Imagine Didi Gregorius goes to the Red Sox for $500 million. Just imagine. That would never happen. But if it did, I'd probably lose my mind. They can't really pay for Mookie Betts and JD Martinez at the same time, let alone Didi Gregorius and $500 million. I don't think Didi would ever get that much money. The Red Sox can't even offer him that much money. But that would be crazy. If this was a dream, and that was something I was dreaming about while I was asleep tonight, I would consider that a nightmare big time. One of my favorite Yankees going to the Red Sox for a whole lot of money. Yeah, you can't pay that much for a shortstop. You're right, Penny Gaming. And I don't think anyone, sorry, let me rephrase that. No team has that much money to spend on one player. Yes, we saw the Angels get close, $430 million for Trout. Trout's an exception, though. Best player in baseball, center fielder. Yeah, and then of course Bryce Harper. We all know the deal there. 330 mil for a couple of years. I would call it a nightmare if Jake Odorizzi signs with the Indians. Yeah, that would be good for you guys. Division rivals, Jake Odorizzi, one of your best starters this year. George Springer on a 3-1 count is going to pop it up to the shallow outfield grass as Jubal Cabrera, the second baseman, is going to be there to make the catch. That's a P4. 2 outs now. The bottom of the third. So Springer goes out 2 big. All right. It'd be so cool if you could show the game. I know. I wish I could. Copyright reasons, though, and infringements and all that stuff. I can't do that. But again, if I could, I would. And same thing with the home run derby and other games this postseason. I would love to be able to show the game in one of the corners here where it's empty space, and then have me just talking to it so you guys can actually see it. But at the same time, I hope I do a good enough job where you guys can kind of visualize what's going on as this is happening. Curveball down the heart of the plate to Altuve. He's going to lean back. He's a little fooled by it. It's good for strike one, though. And here's the second baseman. All right, 1-1 count. That's going to miss the zone a little bit. We'll probably go until the end of the fourth inning, see where the time is at, and then I might have to go ahead and unfortunately call it a night. In game five, I was going crazy. When did you hit that home run? Yeah, that was a nice one. Nice shot. Big clutch moment too. But yeah, I'm sorry if this stream does feel kind of short. An hour into it, by the time the fourth inning comes around, hour 15, hour 20 minutes probably at least. But I'm gonna try to stream the majority of the World Series games. Now I didn't get to last night, but Game 3 looks like I'll be able to get onto YouTube for and be live throughout the course of the game. Game 4 hopefully as well. So I do apologize, but hopefully we'll get a lot more streams in, even if they're a little shorter each game. And I was crying right after. Yeah. Sorry, the one reason I don't like the Yankees is not because of the team we're managing, it's because of the insane fans that like you at the ones that throw beer at opponents. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And honestly, that makes me like really upset as a Yankees fan that others were gonna go ahead and do that. At the same time, though, they might be a little drunk. Some of those fans, but definitely not all of them are. And that's not that's not necessary at a baseball game. A lot of people do it, but that's not necessary. And B, that doesn't like explain your actions. And that's not an excuse at all. But I'm just saying, there are some really bad Yankees fans, and I'm sorry to everyone for that. And on behalf of the Yankees fans, but we're not all like that. I guarantee you. So Altuve's gonna have an error. I was gonna say an infield single, but it's gonna be kind of as an error. It's hit to Trey Turner. He makes the throw, and Zimmerman tries to scoop it. He just can't keep it in the glove. So the one hop throw was good, but he can't keep it in the glove. Turner kind of bobbles it too, so he rushes to throw a little bit more than he should have. So I don't know who to give the error to. I'm gonna say E3 on Zimmerman as Altuve reaches first. That's gonna bring up Michael Brantley, who is 1-for-1 with a single. He scored on the Bregman home run back 2 innings ago. And now he has, let's see, where am I? He has someone on base for an RBI opportunity, Yeah, because people get hurt. I heard people get hit in the head. Yeah, there's some really upsetting videos going around with Yankees fans and stuff, and how they treated the Astros and the ALCS and the Astros fans. And like another thing is like an extension of that is like name calling like the players and like yelling at the players and stuff. I don't like that. They were talking about Zach Greinke in a really negative way when he was pitching at Yankee Stadium. I believe it was at Yankee Stadium at least. I don't agree with that. I don't like that. That's not acceptable. Every team does it. Yeah, every team has those fans eventually. All right. Let's see. Strasburg is continuously looking over at first to Jose Altuve. Let's see here. I do have the depth charts up. I think it's way too early for some bullpen action in case that is the case. So in case we do see someone warming up and get those stats up for you right away. Let's see here. Sorry, I missed some of these comments here. I'm missing the game, going back and forth from the 3 different screens I have going at the moment. Is there any games you can stream the entire game? I don't know. I would love to. I'm actually thinking that maybe Friday I might not be able to get the game live, but maybe one of these weekend games. I think. Let's see, it's Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. I might. No, not even Saturday. Maybe Sunday. I was like, honestly, this is hard for me because I have a really busy schedule. And like once next week comes around, I'll be a lot more free. And like you guys are gonna see a lot more regularly uploaded videos and stuff. Like according to schedule, 2, 3 uploads a week, and all that good stuff. But I know it's been kind of back and forth schedule wise. I do apologize for that. But yeah, we're getting back into the groove of things. And if I can stream the whole game, I will. Maybe if it's like one of the last games of the World Series, we see one team really taking a commanding lead, then I will try to. How can I get the game live? No, I just won't be home for the game, so I won't be able to go live during the time it's happening live. Apologies on that. Should probably have cleared that up earlier. But yeah, Friday and Saturday I actually do have I think something. At least Friday night, but yeah, I will try to if I can stream the entire game. What was it gonna be? 5 if I'm around. Great. And I'd love to stream the entire game if I can. But school tomorrow and stuff, and it's already late night. I'm already getting tired. It's only 9:18 Eastern time. But yeah, we're getting some innings in here. At least 4, maybe 5. Um, I'm trying to go as long as possible here for you guys. 2 outs and a 1-2 count to Michael Brantley. Jose Altuve standing on first. Fouled off. Strasburg is at 56 pitches, 2 2/3 completed innings. How many Yankee games have I been to? Let's see. Over the years, I've been to 5 or 6, probably at least. Um, a lot more recently. I think my first ever Yankee game back in 2014 when Derek Jeter retired. And Brantley's gonna have himself a little single. It's gonna bleed into right field. Jose Altuve is gonna go from first to third. And there you go. Okay. Not the ideal situation here with 1 out. Or sorry, 2 outs. I don't like the Twins fans that throw beer at other people. Yeah, just none of those guys really are. None of those fans are people that I can agree with in any sense. Like, there's no need to ever have to do that. You scared me when you said one out. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've a tired, long day, a combination of that. Just, it's getting me here now. Here's Alex Bregman. Let's hope he doesn't do any more damage to the Nationals and Steven Strasburg. It's going to be a ground ball to Trey Turner, and he makes the play. Steven Strasburg's going to get out of it. That was a little scary for a second, not going to lie. 6-4 to end it. No runs, 1 hit. Make sure I get my math right. All right, top of the 4th inning. Here we come. The game's going to be tied 2-2. Alex Bregman is retired. Luckily, it wasn't another home run. That would have been pretty bad. That's the inning I was scared. Yeah. That was a little rough. A little nervous with that Brantley single. But other than that, not terrible. So here we go, going to the top of the 4th. Justin Verlander should still be in the game for the Astros. We're going to see 6, 7, 8 batters up. That's Cabrera, Zimmerman, and Suzuki here in the 4th inning, guaranteed. I do like the Yankees. Yes, that's good. That's good, that boy. I know they're not your favorite team because like the Twins, and you can't like both teams, especially after their recent postseason competition. But yeah, they're not a bad team at all. All right. So yeah, guys, by the way, this off season I have some cool videos planned. I have some exciting news I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys. Things that I'll work towards. for the start of the 2020 season. Um, so yeah, I can't really say much more than that, 'cause I do want to keep things kind of under the ropes at the moment, but there should be some cool things going on in the near future. Have you ever been to an MLB playoff game? I have not. Panda Gaming. I really want to. This year, the Yankees kind of, would have been a great game to go to any of their home games. Um, but the schedule and the price of the tickets, that's a lot. So, at the moment, no, I have not been to one. Do I do plan on going to one at some point? Yes, and as quickly as possible. I'd love to go to one. And if the opportunity ever came about, I'd take it in a heartbeat. Same thing with spring training. I cannot wait to go to spring training games and make it down to Florida. Not this year, but probably and hopefully within the next couple of seasons. For game five, it wasn't that much money. Yeah, but just in the spur of the moment and stuff, I wouldn't have been able to get there and everything. Um, but it was actually a decent price for a Yankees game. For a postseason game, I think it was like $110 a ticket, so not too shabby. What is your fifth favorite team and least favorite team other than the Red Sox? Okay, so let me list my favorite teams in order. You have the Yankees, then Mets and the Blue Jays for 2 and 3. They're like tied. So Yankees, Mets, and Blue Jays. Um, I like the Diamondbacks. I like the Nationals. Um, I don't know. Top five favorite teams. I like the Braves. Pretty much any team Josh Donaldson will be on this 2020 season, I'll be a fan of. Right now, he's with the Braves, so we'll go Yankees, Mets, Blue Jays, Braves. That's about four. Um, Number five, we'll go. I don't hate the Astros. Let's see, probably an American League team. Um, Actually, the Diamondbacks. I really like the Diamondbacks. They are pretty decent. Not this year. Or not that they were bad this year. I think they finished second in the division. They could have been a lot better. That's okay. They got rid of Paul Goldschmidt and Zach Greinke, which was the big one. But yeah, Diamondbacks, number five favorite team. That's because my first and only ever Diamondbacks game I went to, I met three players: AJ Pollock, who's now with the Dodgers; Robbie Ray, who is still with the Diamondbacks; and Braden Shipley. I don't know where he's now. He might be in the minor leagues with the Diamondbacks. I'm not really sure. But I met those three players, which was amazing. And I caught my first ever baseball, Major League Baseball, at that game. I actually ended up catching three that day, which was awesome. So three baseballs, three players that I met. Good stuff. Asdrubal Cabrera going to strike out on a pitch up and away. I'm sorry, I really haven't called much of the game these past couple outs and these past couple plays here, but I hope you guys are okay with how the game's turned out to this point. Least favorite team other than the Red Sox. I don't really have a least favorite team. I guess you could say the Astros, just because they beat the Yankees in the postseason. That's really the only reason why. But I do like the team that they have. Just rivalry-wise, I guess, Astros and Red Sox. I was trying to convince my dad to go to Game 5. It didn't work. Yeah, Game 5 would have been cool. Would have been a lot of fun. That's okay. Here's Ryan's Rumor now, one out top of the fourth. He struck out back in the second inning. We're going to go ahead and have a change of pace here. Got a 1-1 count. Verlander, 57 pitches in the fourth inning. No one's warming up in the bullpen. Other than the first inning, he's done very good. I've never gotten a baseball at a Major League Baseball game, only in terms of Patriots games. Yeah, Patriots, Patriots are very friendly. It's awesome. I go to a lot of Patriots games. And my sister is young. She likes to collect baseballs and stuff. So she gets them from the fans. I get some foul balls some of the time. And before the game occasionally, I would go ahead as well. when they're warming up. So that's cool. All right, a 1-2 count. So everyone's gonna put it in play. Okay, hold on. Gotta take a second here. I was going back. I was looking at something on my phone, and I kind of missed it there. Pretty funny. So Zimmerman rolls it back to Justin Verlander. Verlander goes to make a play. Very good. He went ahead, dove and stopped it. He barehanded it, couldn't get out to make the throw in time, so he threw it from the ground, let it hit off his foot, and went back towards third base and Alex Bregman. So not really enough to make the out, but that's okay. So Zimmerman's now on first. I'm gonna say that's probably an infield single. That voices Patriots of football. There's actually a minor league team, minor league. They're not affiliated with a specific major league team, but they do have ties with Major League Baseball. They're independent. The Somerset Patriots. They are a baseball team. I actually do game vlogs there and stuff. They're up on the channel if you guys want to go check them out. Primarily last year, I might have done a couple from this season, but a lot of them from the 2018 year. Yep, I go a lot. It's very close to my house, and they're pretty good. I enjoy going to their games, and it's a lot of fun. Very friendly environment. Deep to left center field, Kurt Suzuki, but unfortunately not deep enough. The left fielder for the Houston Astros is there to make the play. That's an L7. Your left fielder tonight is Michael Brantley, and there's that. Penn Games is in the whole team. It's so nice. Yeah, the Patriots, very nice. All great individuals and stuff. I can't wait for that season to start back up again too. Baseball is great for me because when I'm not going to major league games, which isn't very often, I try to go to like 2 or 3 major league games a year. But I go to a lot of Patriots games, and I go to some other minor league games on occasion as well. And it's a lot of fun. I love baseball, obviously, especially with the whole YouTube thing. You guys, I'm sure, kind of understand how passionate I am about this sport. Victor Robles, the first pitch he sees from Verlander this at bat is going to be popped up to shallow infield. And that's Jose Altuve actually out in the outfield grass with a P4 to end it. No runs on 1 hit. And I think pretty much 3 more outs, and this stream will be over for tonight. Yuli Gurriel, Jordan Alvarez, Carlos Correa all due up, and they're going to be facing Steven Strasburg in the bottom of the 4th. Do you watch football? I don't. I might get into it at some point. Maybe soon, maybe not. I'm not sure. It's just kind of weird for me. Like 1 game a week per each team. So you're getting 16 games on Sunday, is it? Or maybe 15 with the bye. So just 1 day you have to watch football compared to baseball where it's like almost every day for your favorite team. There's their occasional off days. But then there's that, and it's a short season too. 16 games, which ends up being 4 months, but really it doesn't seem like it's that long. Just I don't know. And the positions, like all the different positions that are in the game and stuff, and the offensive line, defensive line, and all that, I can't get into it, you know. But I try to watch games and I follow occasional things here and there. Let's get Thursday night. Oh, right, Monday and Thursday night football. Yeah, that completely just left my mind. I didn't even think about that. But still, that's not really a whole lot of days you can watch football. That's like essentially for me, I'd rather watch a TV series for that time. I'd rather wait for my favorite TV series a couple of days. I don't know if that makes sense, but in my head, it made a lot more sense. I believe that's all right. So yeah, bottom of the 4th inning, Yuli Gurriel, Jordan Alvarez, Carlos Correa, a solid part of the order. It's the middle group here, 5, 6, 7 batters. Robinson Chirinos, Josh Reddick batting 8th and 9th. If we get to that, Wild Food, adios, great streams. Thank you so much. I will see you hopefully in the next stream. And again, hopefully that's pretty soon. So thank you for joining Wild Food, and thank you everyone for joining me in this stream. It's been amazing and a whole lot of fun. We have just a couple of minutes here before I probably will call it a night. Come the end of the bottom of the fourth, I will sign off. But tomorrow you will be able to see the recap video of the 2019 World Series Game 2. I don't know if you guys saw the one from today, but we did the highlights and stuff from the first game, and some interesting facts. Are there any other sports you watch? I'm gonna start watching basketball this year. I think that would be cool. I don't know. I actually don't know how the basketball schedule really works. So is that like football? Is it like one game a week, or is it more sporadic, more like baseball? I really don't know. And you would think I would, but when I say that up until this point, I've been only baseball. I've pretty much just been baseball. Um, yeah, like watching it, playing it. I played a little bit of basketball actually, but that was like 2 years, and that was a couple of years ago. So yeah. What about hockey? Hockey's there a few days. When I was younger, actually, when I was a baby, my parents used to take me to Devils games. But since I was like probably 2 years old, I really haven't watched a full hockey game. So yeah. Yuli Gurriel, he is my what to watch for tonight. One of the three guys, just in general, not a home run or strikeout in particular. But he has 10 RBIs in this postseason, and that's the most out of all 9 guys starting for the Astros, which is crazy. And I didn't realize, but my Robinson Chirino strikeout prediction was correct. And Yuli Gurriel is going to go down on strikes here to start the bottom of the fourth. That's going to bring up Jordan Alvarez, who lined out to not Carlos Correa, sorry, as Asdrubal Cabrera back in seconds. I love the Devils. They get to a lot of games. That's awesome. Yeah, I know the Devils and the Flyers are big like rivals. I think that's the extent of my knowledge there. I can't name any big hockey players. I can name some basketball players and some football players, but not hockey. All right, stepping in now is Jordan Alvarez hitting 200 flat this postseason now. That's 1 for 5, no home runs, and only 1 RBI. That one's going to be sky high up at his chin. Fastball, 1-0 count. There's a big shift up against Alvarez right now. As a young hitter, you might not be as experienced, or he might not be as experienced, but I really can't say much. I don't know if he's defied the shift at all. That his second half of the year and his career so far in Major League Baseball. This has been a really big run sentence. My apologies, but my point here is that there's a big shift. A lot of the infield is on the right side. You really only have Anthony Rendon in between third and second. So if Alvarez can find a way to put the ball in on the third base line, it will most likely be at least a double. But no, he's just going to hit it into the shift as Asdrubal Cabrera can't get to it that time. And he's going to have a 1-out single in the fourth inning. So there we go. Jordan Alvarez with a base knock and 1 away to bring up Carlos Correa. Penny game says the Yankees are going to the World Series next year. I sure hope so. That would be great, and not just make it there, but it'd be awesome to see them win it. The Astros have made it to the World Series. They won in 2017. They're in it now. The Dodgers made it 2017, 2018. Didn't win either of those. So we've seen a lot of big reoccurring teams and big names in this late of games in October. The Yankees have failed to make the World Series. They've come very close the past 2 or 3 years. Kind of sucks. But maybe next year is our year, Panda Gaming. Hopefully it is. Carlos Correa, the first pitch he sees, he's going to foul off way inside, though. I'm surprised he actually didn't make contact. 0-1 count. And if you're Steven Strasburg, that would play as awesome in this case. You get out of the inning. I don't really think either of these guys have exceptional speed, at least to my knowledge. The Dodgers just make it to the World Series and lose. Yeah, that sounds better for the past 2 years, and I kind of feel bad. Minus this year, I kind of feel bad, like they were too. But maybe if it's not the Yankees next year, it's the Dodgers. Who knows? All right, the 1-1 count to the Astros shortstop. One duck on the pond, standing on first. Is it terrible having the Aaron Judge gap piece? No, not at all. Not at all. Carlos gonna. Oh, whoopsies. I said Carlos gonna put it in play. Carlos Correa gonna put it in play. Send it down to Anthony Rendon. It's a very slow roller though. So it's gonna be a fielder's choice. Alvarez will advance to second. Correa will be out on the 5-3. But yeah, good play from Rendon. He had to go just to the right of the foul line and to the right of third base. He gets his balance, makes a solid throw, and gets Correa just in time. Alvarez will advance to second, but there's two away now for the catcher, Robinson Chirinos. Chris, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're almost done though, unfortunately, tonight. But welcome, Chris. Glad you made it out. When are you ending your stream? The next out of this game, actually. Robinson Chirinos is up. He's over on the strikeout in the second. Hour and a half worth of streaming though. Good stuff. Going into the 5th inning by the time I end it tonight. And currently it's a 2-2 tie. The Nationals scored 2 runs in the top of the first. The Astros scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first. And we are currently sitting at that tie. Nothing has happened since. Strasburg and Verlander both struggled in the first inning, and they seem to be figuring it out as we can kind of continue on into this night and progress further into the game. So Strasburg looking solid, 68 pitches, an 0-1 count now to Chirinos. Verlander will probably go at least 5.5, 6 innings, or 5 1/3, 5 2/3, 6 innings. I'd assume probably the same for Strasburg. Honestly, the pitch count is kind of low for Steven at this point in time. 0-2 count now to Chirinos. And let's see. I'm going to double down here. Chirinos is my strikeout guy of the night. What to watch for strikeout wise. So let's see if he can strike out 2 times this game. See that, boy? Thank you for joining me here. If there was a Game 7, what day would it be? I can go ahead and check that for you. Game 7 of the World Series, if necessary, is Wednesday, 10:30, so the day before Halloween. Boy, Ismail, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? We're actually getting ready to call it a night here. Bottom of the 4th inning. Again, if you guys are just joining me here, 2-2 count. 0-2 count with 2 outs in a 2-2 game to Robinson Chirinos. 1 runner on second, and that would be Jordan Alvarez. All the action happened in the first inning. We haven't seen much sense of an offensive flair from either side. But watch, as soon as I turn off the stream, there's going to be something big. Hopefully the Nationals take the lead, though. Because I remember last year, it was Halloween. Yeah, it's going to be the day before Halloween. So you can stay up late watching the game, then stay up late Halloween, going out and getting candy and stuff. Having a good time. I don't think I'm going to trick or treat this year. I think I'm just going to be sad that baseball is over no matter what. Maybe I'll celebrate whoever won a little more so if the Nationals do come out on top this series. Robinson Chirinos going to strike out swinging for the second time this game. Doubles my prediction. And there we go. So, guys, that is going to end it for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you enjoyed it, definitely drop a like down below. Comment and subscribe. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you all so much for coming out. Great stream. World Series Game 2 The stream is in the books. We're almost halfway done with the game. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. It's going to be a recap of this game, all the scoring plays, and some fun facts. Thank you so much for watching. Go Nationals. I'll see you next time. Peace.